I'm Jaden. And today we're going to make it rain in this little jar. Now, here are the things you're going to need. A glass mayonnaise or canning jar, any kind of jar that's about this size. A plate, so like a tinfoil plate that you can sort of like bend and twist. You can do whatever you want with it. And hot water, ice cubes, and index cards if you want. The hot water has to be like boiling hot. Yeah. And the ice cubes you might want to just keep in the fridge and refrigerate. Get them when it's time. Okay, so first you pour out 2 inches of the boiling water into the glass jar. And if you don't know what 2 inches is, you could use your thumb. And you can go 1, it's hot, 1, and then 2. But you could just like tap it because it's a little hot. You might want to get an adult to help you with pouring the water and measuring it. Because it is very, very hot. And even if you were doing it, which you shouldn't, maybe use some kind of gloves that kind of stick to what you're doing because you don't want to drop it and it may scald and it may hurt you. So yeah. If you look here, you can see a little bit of steam.
Yeah, they grate around this general area. You're going to need it to steam.
And next step is to cover the jar with the plate and wait a few minutes before you put the ice cube in the tinfoil plate. So wait a few minutes, like maybe 2 or 3, and until that time I will explain what's going to happen. So the
hot water is the hot air and the ice cubes is the cold air. So when the cold air and the hot air meet together, it will make it form water droplets and start falling. Now, here's the thing you don't want to do is move the plate. See, if you touch the plate and it moves, the water droplet will fall this way and you'll have to wipe it up. Yeah, and don't expect a cloud in the jar with rain coming out. What you'll expect is little droplets of water starting to form at the bottom of the tinfoil plate. Now I'm gonna go get some ice cubes because that is what we need for the next step. You might want 4 or 5. I'm gonna go get 4 it's easier to carry and it's what works better for us. But again, if you want like more rain or something, then you might want to get 5. It's just, 4 is the only thing we tried. So yeah, you can get as many as you want, 4 or 5. I touched the plate but it didn't have ice cubes in it, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, you just wait and, oh my
Goodness, look at that. There is water droplets already forming.
Oh yeah, because the heat from the hot water is getting to the ice cubes, and the hot water makes the ice cubes melt. So then it falls through the tinfoil plate and starts to form little droplets. Now, what you're not going to want to do
is take a glass or plastic plate. Because if you take a glass or plastic plate, the cold air will not be able to get through, and it will not rain. Now, the thing is that after this, you won't be able to leave the ice cubes in there. If you want to do the experiment over, you want to empty the jar, empty the tinfoil plate, and maybe even dry out the tinfoil plate a tiny bit because it has water. So, you never, ever want to be touched with this water. That is why it has to be boiling, because that is actually the temperature. If we're using cold and hot, down here is like boiling, right? Compared to outer space. So, this is actually what happens in the atmosphere and what makes it rain. See, you can't really see it, but the water is closely, very tiny little droplets evaporating. And when it does, when it touches the cold air, the water falls. So you don't want to use cold water because you're using ice cubes. And if the water is not cold, and so it's cold water and cold ice cubes, nothing will happen. Yeah, because it will just kind of freeze the jar, so you need hot air, or hot water, because the hot water will make hot air, and it will keep rising and rising and touch this, which is the bottom of the plate is cool. So the hot air will touch here and make the ice cubes melt. Well, that's all for now. A great website you can use to find experiments like this on paper. And you can go like weather experiments, what's the weather right now? Weather Network. Yeah, so it's a big fog